Hi everybody, it's Diane with a little project here today, which I already started, but I was interrupted by noise. I'm sorry, I had to stop the camera. I'm making little books because in that last segment, or video I should say, I had these papers out and they have some of the little cubbies. It's supposed to look like a printer tray. They have little things. And I thought, well, why don't you do something with the little things? So I had that in my mind, and then I had to print some stuff out, and trimming it down, I had, strips of the printer paper left. So I thought, well, you should make little mini book pages with that or something. So my brain is putting those two things together. And I was explaining when I got interrupted, these are just scrapbook paper covers. I'm just adding a little stamping to them because I thought they were a little plain. And then I'll do some sort of collaging. And that hardly shows, does it? A little tiny bit. A little tiny bit. And I have family due back at any minute. I'll probably have to pause the camera again. Okay, stamp this off. Good. I know that kind of ink doesn't want to wash off too well. Okay. All right. Well, what do we want to do with this? A little tiny Eiffel Tower. Can you see that? I had just pulled a few scraps out of my scrap box that I thought might be appropriate. I have fabric nearby too. I can always use washi tape. No, it's too light. Doesn't show up. That's okay. I'm not sure how I'm going to bind these. I can just do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. That would be fine. But I almost thought of just sewing, on the sewing machine. That's how I do my inchy books because they're so small. But I have had, when I'm sewing, I imagine it's me, but when you sew it like this, once in a blue moon, for whatever reason, the pages are like a little crooked. So I sort of am hesitating to do that. I don't know. Dang your chicken. Well, let's just say cautious. The 3-hole stitch, if I'm not putting fabric over the spine, would be more interesting to look at, if you want to think of that. I had thought about a little tiny word, like story, write, something fitting to a book. But my printer's been acting up lately, so I don't know if I wanted to try to print. If I wanted that aggravation in my life today. Or, I have an old typewriter. I could do that. Or look through books or magazines. I could do that. I think my Tim Holtz stuff, I could do that too and just maybe cut out a word. And his are like sentences. That crossed my mind. That's kind of cute. I think that needs a little flower or something like that. And I didn't grab my flowers box. I don't know if there's anything in the scraps. I think that's too big. wrong color. Well, this is not what I had in mind, but what about a leaf? I won't fussy cut. I'll do that later if I decide to use this. And I would ink this up. I don't know. Okay. I'm going to do a little tiny bit of fussy cutting. It's cutting off the Eiffel Tower too much, as you can see. But if it was trimmed, that might be okay. All right, that's a definite maybe. And I guess I'll glue off camera. I had thought, since these are so small, I'll just go ahead and glue them now, but no, that is an extra step. We'll leave it at that. Okay, this is a spool, thread spool top label. And then there happened to be a button with it on the same paper. I don't know if I want to use that or not. That should get like a thready cheesecloth thing under it, right? Because it's thread. Well, what is with all this ink? I'm not usually that sloppy. Now, if you're new to my channel today, I'm usually neater than this. This is about as prepared as I ever get, but I'm usually neater than that. That's pretty nifty. Just a little something underneath. Washi. Is that too wide? I could tear it, I suppose. That's actually pretty cool. So when these turn out so fantabulously great, Diane, what are you going to do with them? I don't know. Either put them in my Etsy shop or just save them for like journal insert type things. So I don't know yet. All right. We need a straight edge. I don't think I'm going to decorate the backs. I will put this down so it doesn't get lost or stuck to something I don't want it stuck to. Okay, I think I will put that button with it. All right, I think that's kind of neat. Just like that. Okay. This one. The old loving cup. What do you put with that? That's okay. Maybe fabric under there. What goes with a loving cup? That's okay. And the stars are going to get covered anyway, though. Yeah, they're going to get covered. Okay. No, forget that. No. Yes, that's a carrot. But I thought maybe just the color would be okay. What about this? For anybody going, that looked like a carrot. You were right. That's cute, but yeah, that needs something too. A little... Well, let's get those Tim Holtz phrases out. This is small talk. Well, do you see anything? Travel the world over to find the beautiful. Okay, what if we just take beautiful? I'm going to write my own phrases. We'll call it Diane Talk. Should make phrases for us paper crafters. That's crooked. I'll ink the edges. What else do we say all the time? My glue stick ran out. That'd be kind of funny. I've got ink on me. How about that? That's the phrase for today. All right, that would be something. We'll do something clever with that. A thimble, kind of neat. Now that needs something to bring it up. Close. Yeah, that's better. Too light is not going to work. It's too narrow. I have other tape measure, ruler type things, since that's sort of sewing related. That would be okay. Now let's try that. Too tall. Okay. Well, that definitely needs a word or a ribbon or something on top. What about, since it's sewing, a ribbon? I didn't bring my ribbon box up either. Well, I would not use red, but just to get an idea. Yeah, that would be pretty nice. There's nothing in here. I don't think so. All right, well, you gonna remind me of that when I put it aside? I'm going to think that's awfully nothingness on top. Or I could put a little washi tape up there too. All right, is there anything else? Lucky. What about lucky? And we'll get rid of I feel so. All right, that'll work. I won't ink it. That'll take too long. Not that it'll take too long, but it's too boring. Okay. Do something clever with that. This one, it's a little bitty phone. I imagine some sort of toy. And that just fits on there. And I ripped out, just because it's a phone, partial phone numbers out of all the phone book. Would that be something? I sort of thought of cutting this out. Should I do that? No, I'm not going to do that. I just feel like by the time you cut away this stuff. It's going to look a little odd. Maybe it would be okay. But I don't have another one of those. I don't want to ruin it. I could put that on the back because I said I'm not going to do anything with the backs. Okay. And a strip of something on the bottom there, like that. That's too light. No. Bricks. That's okay color-wise, but I think it's too nondescript. I mean, you might as well just leave what's there. There. No. What about this? Just scrapbook paper, but it's supposed to look like a ledger. Well, that's okay. What about that? And then narrow, very narrow washi top and bottom. That sounds like something. All right, there's not a phone related word, is there? Not really. Let it go. This will get something else. Yeah, let it go. Don't pick that up. Okay, another thimble. So what are we going to do on that one? What do we do on the other one? Oh, wait, that was the tape measure. Well, that was kind of clever. Well, that's the one we just used. It matches. Okay. Well, that too needs a ribbon or a fabric or some textile type thing. No. 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 Yeah, I keep thinking dark, except that's really not, black. It's just dark, and I'm pulling black, so that's not working. That would be okay narrower. Okay, that's kind of neat. And then maybe a word or a flower or something. Maybe a flower. We have a word for the other one. Okay, is this the last one? I think so. Now this one, I sort of ran out of little things. So that's just one of the cubbies that had letters. That should probably have a word or a flower just on, on it, right? Not under or anything. For good. I don't know. Well, this is better than for bad. Well, what about journey? We'll get rid of embrace the. Just something like that in a flower. Sounds pretty good. Well, you know what? My flower box is right here. Just look at these for a minute. I'm just going to step like 2 steps. Except I've got stuff on top of it I have to remove. Just a minute. A few little flowers. Can you guys see a little bit? Flowers from the bottom. Naturally. I should do that. Remind me of that. Because I have like cooking stuff that I don't use that often. I should put that on the bottom. Yeah, like, when are you going to find time to do that, Diane? Yeah, I don't know. I just seem like this last few months, I just have no little, to do little tiny chores like that. Some little ones. I just do not have time for that kind of stuff. I like mending and, little futzy extra cleaning and stuff. Maybe after all the holiday stuff is away. I doubt it, but I was going to say I'll find more time. I doubt it. If anybody has a way of finding more time without losing sleep, let me know. I'm not seeing a lot of little stuff. That's it. Okay. Did you see anything I missed? No. Alright. Fine. Okay, I'm going to try to work with this. Maybe go through this again if I really can't find anything. Well, that might work. Okay, I have a feeling these will be done when I come back, so we can have a shorter-ish video today. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, here they are, all done. I sort of thought about stamping on the insides, the random text type of thing. But, somebody could write on there. So I decided not to. The backs are plain. This one, since I was using the word lucky, I came across that 7 and I thought, well, that's a popular lucky number. So we took that. And is anybody thinking, I didn't think of this at the time, journey, RV, an RV, recreational vehicle. I was not thinking of that. I hope it's not construed as being hokey because I wasn't even intending that. This one, I wound up putting the leaf up here. It made a lot more sense. I didn't think of that initially. But these are cute. They're very little. Nice way to use up little images. Okay, crew. Thanks for joining me. Hope you have a nice day.